Getting back out here for 3 or 4 days after 7 months of winter is just unreal. There are equal parts of me right now that just want to jump, scream, sing, cry. I don't even know which one. It's just overwhelming joy. But being on the world's biggest lake right after ice out comes with its dangers too. Self-rescue is really imperative here. You don't have long to fight off hypothermia. We've got a fire kit ready if we dunk, and we're always prepared to bolt to shore and leave everything behind. Here we go. It's going to be a great few days out here. To strategize here.
Yeah.
This is too slow.
Okay.
So we were making some progress, but it's just too slow and it's not great on the canoe and the paddles. So we're looking for some good poles. We found that was more effective, was using sticks that would leverage us against the ice. That looks good. Beauty. Free. Wow. Wow. It's like 2 feet thick almost. Have to be extremely wary of icebergs at this time of year. We're just going to go wide around it. We have no other option. We can't stick close to shore here, which is our preference. Well, we got ourselves a nice beach site here. It's not warm out, so we're pretty bundled up. At least it's sunny. Tons of driftwood here, so there'll be no problem to get fires going. Awesome spot. There are plenty of moose tracks on our site, and some of them are distinctly much smaller. So I'm wondering if there was a cow and a calf here. We're on an island, so maybe it came out here to calve. So I'm about to rehydrate this chicken. We just dehydrated it last night. It's the first thing I've ever dehydrated in my life, so we'll see how it goes. Making some chicken quesadillas here. It's amazing the things you start to enjoy when you have time and you aren't stressed. We're just watching icebergs float by in the channel. All right, took an absolute eternity, but we're ready for quesadillas. This is why I like a 10-inch pan. Fits a tortilla perfectly. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
An immense amount of work and time. But it's so good. Well, it was a slow day. It took an hour and a half just to get out of our access point, basically, through the ice. Had a bit of a headwind. Lunch took forever, but we're just really enjoying moving slowly today. Nowhere to be today, nothing to do. Just taking care of the simplest aspects of life. Should be pretty nice in here tonight. Erin's going down for a nap. Tuckered right out, and I'm just gonna go for a little fishing. I'm still ready to go. Feels amazing to paddle the canoe when it's empty. Just so free. Just had a lovely paddle, and it's starting to get cold, so we're gonna get a good fire going. Yeah. Well, we can't stay up any longer. We are tuckered out. Good night. It's amazing to watch the change this morning. The sun is rising, moon is setting, ice is turning back to water. Migrating birds are coming back and they're calling. It's a season of change. Avocado egg wraps for breakfast.
I'm trying not to waste avocado. A little bit slimy.
It was good in the wrap.
Wash it down with my strong cowboy coffee. But you can't waste an avocado.
That's right.
Slimy? Yeah, it's satisfying. Oh, was that bacon?
Yeah.
I hope so. Oh, I don't know.
A little avocado skin, maybe?
Oh, it might have been. I went and just gobbled it up.
Oh.
Ooh, sand.
Oh my god.
Plate's clean.
You shall not pass! it's 1:30 in the afternoon. We've done nothing today. It's just amazing how tired the first day of paddling makes you. We need to head out that way, but it looks really rough right now, and I can hear on the other side of this island here that's quite wavy and windy. So we're gonna wait it out a little bit and see if it dies down. This is a zero risk trip. We're just not taking any silly risks. There's just no need. So I'm gonna see how it looks in a little bit. The wind's at 20 kilometers an hour right now, gusting to 43, so we just don't want to be out in that. Gonna wait a couple more hours and hope to leave around dinner time. You know in Castaway when Tom Hanks is waiting for a break to try and escape the island? Well, we think we found our break. Erin is Tom Hanks, I am Wilson, the volleyball. And together we're gonna try and blow this pop stand and make a little southern progress before it gets dark.
Looks good. Okay, after this one I'll go.
Alright. Very gentle rollers, but they're about 2 feet. They definitely give you a little sense of the little feeling of the willies. So we've decided it's not safe out here. We're gonna spend some more time in the bay. Just head a little back that way and wait this out. The wind seems to have died off, so it's only a matter of time until the waves die off too. It's just knowing that one false move could end both of your lives. It's just not worth it. Whew, that's better, eh?
Yeah.
Comforting.
Good job.
There's rain coming on, but the wind is not cooperating, so we're just hanging out here on this beach. We'll paddle in the dark if we have to once it's calm. Lots of fresh looking moose poop here. The moose is just shedding tons of hair. 'Tis the season, but the moose has really been claiming this beach as his own. He's got these rub marks all over this tree and another one over there. Really went to town on this tree. And I'm 6'4", and it's above my head, so it's a sizable moose. Lots of tracks here. And I never understand how these big animals get through all this.
So we are hunkering down here for a little bit, hopefully an hour or two, and we can get out before the sun goes down, get around the point.
Well, we're pretty comfortable here. Erin put in a nice bench by the fire. This is a beautiful place to hang out. There are all these seasonal little streams coming out of here. But it's getting dark very quickly with not only the daylight, but the clouds. It could be a long evening.
Are you sweeping?
Erin is almost stepping on the poo.
John's nesting. He's sweeping our entryway, cleaning up the poop from the wildlife that's all over this beach.
Janitorial services.
It's right on our doorstep. So we're set up. Tarp for when the rain comes, and a fire to keep us warm until then.
We've covered up most of the poop. Got another bench in here if we need to. It's just a nice feeling to know that your basic needs are taken care of if you have to stay here. We can set up camp here if need be too. For the first time, we've got an SOS button. That's the rescue link, as opposed to the Spot and some of the other ones, the Garmin's, which have texting capabilities. This one is just an SOS button, which is all I want. There's no subscription fee on it, so you just pay 400 bucks once, and then it lasts 5 years, the battery. So it's better than 200 bucks every year, plus the cost of the device. I do put links to things like that in the description. If you're ever looking to buy things that I use and you want to support the channel, if you buy it through the Amazon affiliate links, it will do that. You see that line of smoke out there? That's from our fire. It's just drifting across the bay. When you got low pressure, you're more likely to have rain. And low pressure also makes the smoke hang low. So it's a good little weather prediction technique. If your smoke's rising straight up, it's more likely to... What was that?
Nothing.
It's more... If your smoke is rising straight up, you're more likely to... No, you ruined my train of thought.
No.
If your smoke's rising straight up, then you're more likely to experience dry weather. Rain didn't last long. Hopefully it's over. We're going to try and get back out there. It's almost 7:30, so we're losing daylight. We got some distance to travel and still got to find camp. God, I can't imagine going in. Just on the feet, it's so cold. Still not the nicest paddling out here, but still much better. This dastardly point here that's so tough to get around. Bigger one coming. Keep paddling. I know. They are helping us now, the waves.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Tracks on the beach. I think we're just going to flatten out some of the sand there, do a little grading. I did it on the last site. It was quite nice.
Pretty good to me.
When you're staking down your tent, you always want to do up the vestibule door first. Otherwise you get a really weird fit. Do that up before you peg it down. And if you're using a drop sheet, it's almost always better to put it inside the tent rather than underneath. If you're on a really rough bottom and there are lots of sticks and stuff, that's when you want to use the drop sheet underneath, because it protects your tent. But otherwise, for water, you want to put it on top. Well, we're getting settled in just as we lose light, so we're just going to hit the hay right away. Smell it? Smells good, eh?
Excellent fish, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. When we paddled out, this whole bay was covered in ice, but the wind yesterday broke it up. Still some pieces floating around though. When they say tip of the iceberg, just look at these things. A little bit above the surface, but mostly big chunks below it. Just so beautiful.
First fish of the trip. Whew.
Might not be a rainbow. I mean, it might be a rainbow, not a laker.
Ah.
It looks pretty iridescent there. No, it's a laker. No, no, it is a rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely fish. Thank you, my friend. I'm gonna go free. Always keep the fish in the water. If you plan to release it, hemostat's handy. Beauty. That's the nicest rainbow trout I've ever caught. Personal best rainbow trout. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Gorgeous chromer. What a gorgeous fish. That is such a beautiful rainbow trout. Okay, I'm gonna let my friend here go. There he goes.
Fish number 2.
Oh, it looks so beautiful down there. Nice laker. Beautiful fish. Come here. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Erin and I, we had our differences, and we've decided to part ways.
John's pretending he's leaving, but he's on his way back.
I'm coming for you, baby!
Told ya. Look at that grin.
Are you scared?
Yeah. We're leaving Coldwell.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm just filming. We're just hiking our gear back up to our vehicles. I've got the food barrel. John's got the canoe. And we're finishing up a great trip.